Job 33:14 says, God speaks time and time again, but nobody notices. Our problem is not that God isn't speaking. We want to hear God's voice, and our problem isn't that God isn't speaking, it's that we just haven't learned how to recognize his voice. I think some of us think that God wouldn't speak to us just because we're not elite, we're not the spiritual elite, we're not St. Francis or Mother Teresa or the Pope. But throughout Scripture, God is always speaking to normal, ordinary people. He doesn't speak to the spiritual elite, he speaks to us. God, we think we're not good enough for God to speak, but God doesn't speak to us because of our goodness. God speaks to us because of his goodness. He doesn't take extraordinary people and work with them. He takes ordinary people and he makes them extraordinary. Hearing God doesn't depend on how perfect we are, how spiritual we are, how mature we are. Hearing God depends on how perfect God is, how good God is, how spiritual God is. And God can break through into us and speak to us.